Train on RTs. He didn't end up joining the buses, but he didn't work these.
Well, when I was a kid, these were all in service, so that's what we all used to off and on.
You still hear the engine, but you'll feel the bounce.
Fair enough.
Occasionally you'd have an RT still running.
I do love an RT.
Because I used to have to catch 2 buses to go to work when I was training as a pastry cook.
Okay.
And so one would be a 279, running from Hammond Street to Smithfield. That would be an RM. And then the 30 or the 34, I think it was, that used to run across from Chingford to Palmer's Green. That would be an RT some days.
Nice.
So you'd have a choice of whatever. Yeah, it was always an RT on that route, but on the main route it would be an RM.
I'm from East Sutherland, so when my granddad is as well, and he's the reason I love buses. He used to travel on the trolley buses a lot when he was younger.
Well, my dad was a fireman on the trains.
Oh wow!
And he was thinking, what's a fireman? He's someone who puts coal in. And my granddad, on that side, he was a boilermaker for LNPR.
Oh wow!
So, but as a child, I'd be on the footplate.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Right, so trains don't hold as much, you know, you see the train spotters and all this. That don't mean that to me, because I've done what they want to do when they were still in service. Now you work out all the steam trains are all in private running, aren't they? You know, reserve lines and stuff like that.
You've got experience of them on the proper.
While they were in service.
Yeah. That is awesome.
The only thing that drawback that my dad had was in his late years, they found out he was deaf in one ear more than anything else, because when they stopped steam, he was on the Deltas.
Oh, okay.
And you have a cab at either end, so if you're not at that end, but it's running that way, you're in the cab behind you. You had to walk past them 2 massive diesel ears.
Yeah.
There was no ear protection back then, and that's what made him deaf.
I'm not shocked. I've been inside a class 47 miles running, and they opened up the engine compartment, and it was deafening. That was a 47.
Yeah. Well, you work out, my dad was on them when they were in service, and he just said the noise was deafening because there was no health and safety ear protection or anything like that.
Wow.
But Deltics, no, they never. I like seeing them working, but they never held the same. You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I guess that's a big difference. Once you've been on that footplate, while they were in service, you would remember it.
Yeah. So, my local heritage shop, when you get younger, they had an event as well where they let you inside the cab for 40.
That is a good day when they have their events happening longer. And it's got
spoons, yeah.
We love going on them.
That's the spoons, I think.
So I got a little tour of the Class 40 Peak. They let you inside the engine compartment, the cab, and it was such a great event, and I only had to pay about £10. They go sort of maintaining it.
Yeah.
And keep getting it running again, and I hope they do.
Well, the thing is, I did at one stage think about volunteering.
Okay.
But at that time, my job wouldn't allow me to do it. Now I've changed jobs, and I do have time on my hands at weekends. I'm thinking about reapplying as a volunteer.
Oh, lovely.
Which is something a bit different.
Oh yeah, it's good to do something different every once in a while.
I mean, I've always had a fascination for steam. Not so much steams, because that's him.
Okay.
That's my son. He's the one who's into this, and my grandson. Right? But mine is mainly the trains.
Fair enough. I would admit, I'm interested in basically anything that's earlier than the 70s.
Well, the other thing I like is all the old trucks from the 50s and 60s.
Okay.
You know, if you work out that them people who were driving them lorries then,
Yellow car.
there was no power steering.
Yeah, train station.
There was no servo brakes, no air
well
brakes. They were strictly hydraulic.
Gravesend train station.
They had to drive by the seat of their pants, basically.
Okay.
You know,
From London to South East, that's London Bridge.
Yeah.
Air brakes, which means you can stop on 6 minutes.
Had to drive proper manual steering.
When I first
Javelins come here as well.
When I first started driving for a living, I was driving the truck and first ones I drove were hydraulic with air assist.
Okay.
And then I started driving a full air system, and it's a totally different driving to air system.
x55 Bluewater Lakeside, helping sir.
And it, like I say, it's totally
Ladies and gentlemen, please know we're now in diversion. The next stop will be Swanscombe, Georgia Dragon. Swanscombe, Georgia Dragon will be our next stop.
I had to have somebody show me how to drive a full air system because I wasn't used to it.
Wow. So I know that if I ever learn to drive, which I do want to do because I want to drive buses, I want to be shown how to drive a proper manual vehicle, just so I know.
Well, the older ones like this, it's a pre-select, so you put it into it before you touch the clutch. The gearbox is changing itself. You don't physically have to move it in that sense. You do it before you need it.
Yeah,
but you have to time it right.
I don't think the RMs had pre-select, but the RTs definitely did.
RMs, some of them pre-select.
Oh, okay.
So there's an art to driving a pre-select. You have to know what you want.
Oh, so you get some pass here, please.
So if you've done that, you'd be in the wrong gear.
Fair enough, fair enough. I was on the earlier, ready?
Yeah, it's true. I told you to hit. Thank you, yeah, no worries, thank you.
Yeah, I've done a few different modes in the time. The old 50s, J-types, big old massive low power steering. Then we passed through a couple of all this.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah, I've driven a few different, like chalk and cheese basically.
Okay.
But I
Might be a
used
small
to,
backpack, but it does well.
I used to love driving.
Diversion, that's good.
When I first started driving, I've been doing it for the last 40 years. Driving licence and earn my living.
Nice.
You know, I don't drive any big now. I just drive mates now.
Okay.
But the thing is, I do know the way. I do know the way around.
Running okay.
So my granddad, he drives HGV
65.
That's what I wanted to do. I was working for a company called English Solar, or two in fact,
Put better sound down for the bits you want to.
and we had a choice,
cover up in it.
West End or East End. I went with it, West End, because I know that. And my boss at the time, he used to have a way of, you'd go, takes that to his house. Every new driver takes that to his house.
What's that?
Or collects that from his house. Because he used to be heavy goods test examiner. So he wanted to see how you drove. Right? And then he said to me, just after I got my 30-day redundancy notice because I'm closing the company, you should do your class 2 test. Right?
Okay.
And I couldn't because my daughter was only 4 weeks old and not knowing where my next job was coming from. I couldn't take that chance.
Fair enough.
But a friend of mine, he used to work at Cowley in Birmingham, and when they closed that place down, he went on that government retraining scheme, and he wanted to drive a truck. So they wouldn't give you a class 1 back in them days. You had to do a class 2 because the government were paying for it. And the day before his test, or the afternoon before his test, the examiner said to him, so your test is tomorrow afternoon? I said, yeah. He said, well, we've got a vacancy for a class 1 in the morning. He said, yeah, but once I failed that, he said, you still got a class 2 in the afternoon. So, he said, you ain't paying for it, the government are paying for it. So what he did was, he done his class 1 in the morning and passed. So he had a slot for the class 2 in the afternoon was open to everybody. And that's what he did, and he was doing England to Italy.
Bloody hell.
I mean, he's a single person, so it didn't matter to him.
Fair enough.
And then he did meet somebody and he gave up doing continental work and just stayed in England, basically.
Nice.
But yeah.
My granddad used to do continental work, but nowadays Okay.
Well, I was actually driving a 7.5 ton XLT with London Transport number.
Okay. Wow.
I was meant to be, it was on public roads. And I could drive it better than the person who owned it. If you watched him driving, he can never work out, because it was extra long, 7.5 tonner, compared to a standard 7.5. It was about 8 foot longer than a standard 7.5 tonner.
Wow.
And he can never work out the length when he needed it for a turn. Me, go up, work out what I need, I'm out as far as I need to be, swing it around and away I go. And he owned it, and I only ever used to drive it on a Saturday.
Okay.
And I was only 15.
Wow.
I mean, if we got stopped, I was in it up to my neck, but so was my mate, but yeah, he just let me drive.
That is actually really cool.
Yeah, I was basically driving a 7.5 tonner on the roads,
You were 15.
public roads, as a 15-year-old.
Wow.
But like I say, it was only a weekend. It was on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It's when he couldn't be bothered to move the motor. He'd give me the keys and bring it up here. And I'd drive out the road, give me 100 yards, and then one day he jumped in the passenger seat and just didn't get out. And so I drove for another hour or so. And my brother, he was working for a distribution company, and he was only driving a van. And one day the geezer had done the 18 tonner, didn't turn up.
Okay.
And the boss said to him, take that lorry out. The driver's not turning up, we really leave that stuff. So he said, I'm just going to try. And he took out an 18 tonner, and he didn't got a license for it, got through the day. Got back to the yard, and the boss says, I'm going to put you through your test, because you haven't had any problems. And he put him through the test.
Wow.
So you get his class 2 test that way. And normally when you do that sort of thing, the company like keep hold of you for a couple of years, yeah. But there was none of that. He said 6 months later down the line, he said to the boss, I'm leaving. The boss said, yeah, fair enough. So he didn't have to pay for his test. He got a class 2 licence. And he had his own recovery company.
Okay.
Which he had for a couple of years, but he got fed up because some of the big companies he worked for didn't like paying the bill.
Oh.
He done one October, November time, doing a lot of work for Sainsbury's, and moving their managers' cars and stuff like that. He earned over 10 grand in that month, and they didn't pay for that until March. And so over Christmas he had to rely on whatever money he got as a 24-hour call out, because there was no money. You know, people weren't paying, big companies weren't paying the bill.
Wow.
So that's why after 5 years of running his own company, he sold it all off and gave it up, for the reason being he wanted to break the money.
Fair enough.
You know, when you've got to put yourself on 24-hour call out, you never know, you can't plan anything, especially over Christmas. You can't,
Big buck.
you can't stay at
Nasty
home
one.
if somebody calls you, because you need the money.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's
I'm not sure I have a regular paycheck. It's something that I didn't know.
yeah, but sometimes you get into that regular paycheck thing when the job becomes boring and you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, up until the time that I started driving for a living, most of my jobs were lasting 2 or 3 years. I get bored.
Okay.
But I've done 18 years in one company
Nice.
because I enjoyed what I was doing.
Fair enough. I've only recently started working. I work in a pub in my local area, and I'm at the moment enjoying it. And I already know that it's not something I'm going to do my whole life, but for the time being, it pays enough that I can do these sorts of events.
Well, I didn't plan on having my driving licence out my living for the last 30 odd years. But and it has, and I'm quite happy. I now work for a company that refurbish aircraft parts, so I can be anywhere basically delivering parts. You know, down to Kent, all over Kent, Luton, you know, Southampton, Bournemouth, anywhere down there.
Nice.
And I quite enjoy it. You know.
So as I said, I want to learn to drive so I can drive buses.
Yeah, that's never appealed to me, driving buses, because I reckon too much of that ding ding will drive me mad.
I mean, I get annoyed whenever I hear people keep pressing the bell even though it's already been pressed.
Yes, yes. Well, a couple of my mates, when before I'd done my driving test, I was working at an industrial finishers,
Okay.
and I was powder coat and stuff. Then I got moved up to the QC, which is checking up people's work. And two of my mates went to learn to drive RF.
Nice.
One failed the test as a driver, so become a clipper. And the other one carried on. He was driving buses for over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, he's now retired because we were at that age. But yeah, but a bus never appealed to me. If I want to drive, I want to be able to drive, not be on somebody else's back and run all the time and stuff like that.
I can understand that.
But you know, you have to have a rule somewhere. I mean, where I work now, I've been there 5 years, and my phone over that 5 years has probably rung about 3 times, and it's not asking where I am, it's asking, will you go to so-and-so and pick this up on the way back?
Yeah.
Or will you go to so-and-so and pick this up? Which I don't mind. Yeah. The previous one, if you were 10 minutes late somewhere, they'd be on the phone to you while you're late. Well, the famous one was one winter time when it snowed. Everybody in the firm was running about an hour late. And the office rang me up and said, why are you late? You don't know white stuff that fell out of the sky last night? Yeah, that's the reason why I'm late. Yeah.
Yeah, I get exactly what you do. Well, I'm lucky that I live right next to where I work, so.
Look out the window, that would give you, if it took you longer to get to work this morning, you don't actually get ready for everything else. That didn't compute in the woman's head.
Oh no.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the only problem now with driving is there's more muppets on the road now.
Yeah.
You know, the person I work with now, occasionally I have to go out with him, but not that often. And
When if the road collapsed,
because, but they put a gate across it so you can't go anywhere.
That's why I'm thinking maybe it collapsed.
Okay.
If he goes over 30 mile an hour in his car, he's driving too fast. Right? Well, where I learned to drive the truck, the last thing you want to do is scrub off more speed than what you need. Because you can't go again. So you tend to brake later. You come up to roundabouts a lot faster because you anticipate nothing being there, so you don't have to slow right down the slope. So you keep going. Up the speed.
Yeah.
And
31st of the 5th, 2025, that goes on to close till.
yeah, why?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Don't
that?
know, due to roadworks.
So yeah, he doesn't like the way I drive. Because he reckons I get too close to something. I know what I'm
Could be
doing.
the same next year.
Leave me alone,
I
do
do.
my job.
Exactly, yeah.
You're not the one who's doing the driving. I'm the one doing the driving. I know what I'm doing. And this, what I'm driving now, is a toy compared to what I'm driving previously. Yeah, but yeah, he doesn't like the way I drive. But it's not up to him anyway.
Yeah.
I don't break the speed limits in my job done. No job's worth a driving licence.
Exactly.
I had to pay my own parking tickets. I try not to collect them. They work out expensive. I got one the other week in Luton. I had to wheel over the white line in the parking space and I gave the parking ticket.
Wow.
Yeah.
Must be desperate for some money then.
Yeah, there must be. Yeah, I keep away from that. I guess you're always going to get a job somewhere, aren't you?
Yeah.
And the thing is, he just appeared out of nowhere, but you would love the motor that pulled up alongside mine. He parked across 4 parking spaces.
Oh gosh.
One was only a wheel over the white line. I mean, I couldn't reverse in properly because they're very tight spaces anyway. So
Yeah.
I come into such a tight angle to start with. And because the tree where the spacer pulled in comes out that way, my senses were telling me that I was right on top of that tree. So I never straightened it out properly.
Big old farm, Chris Spence.
You have to put up with them things.
Yeah.
You've got to find out when the next Hepburn and longer one is. Yeah.
I'm definitely on the eye out for when they're next having their bus event and some of the steam events.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you look, last time we went to their bus event, there were quite a few there.
Which one? Evan and Ongar. There was LRT to RT.
Yeah.
Or LRT to LT.
That was a good day.
Yeah, it was a load of London transport stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've been to many of their diesel and steam dialers in the past, so I know that it's worth it. I know that the money I pay is definitely worth it, 'cause it's a great event.
Yeah. I mean, we've done the LT to RT, whatever it is, and that was only like 12 quid for the day.
Yeah, it was really good.
That's great.
And the amount of buses you were on and off. The only bad part was when that driver couldn't remember the route and we got lost.
Yeah.
Went up to High Beach.
Oh, that was the one before that, but that was the RF running day, that one.
Alright. He took the turn before. So when he got up to High Beach, so instead of being outside the King's Arms,
It was in a car park.
we were the other side.
Oh,
There's a big green area in between, and we were on the other side of the car park.
wow.
He took the wrong road.
That geezer was going to complain, weren't he? Oh,
Yeah.
the wrong road. And I was like, oh, really? We're still in the same place.
Come on, you only have a day to learn it.
We're still in the same place we should have been. Because he didn't
We
get a
were-
picture outside the pub.
Yeah, we were 100 yards away from where the pub was.
Wow.
Yeah, the pub's there, there's a green area and we're over here. It's still the same area.
I still got back to where it needed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, when you work out something, you've only got an hour or so round in somebody else's motor, this is where you've got to go, you've got to remember it. You can't always.
I can't remember the LRT one took us. We did some various routes, didn't we? in that
Yeah,
one?
we've done various ones. Yeah,
Oh, that was it. Parsons Bridge was one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's not a nice place to go.
No,
That's a bit narrow.
and I can't remember when the other ones took us.
Most of it was down the lanes, weren't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't think twice to take the bus down some of the roads.
We did do the bus that went to Black Hawk and back, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was Blake Hawk and back. That was quite fun. That was some very tight roads.
Yeah, but that Blake Hall was where they were keeping them overnight.
Yeah. That was quite fun though. Yeah. Very bouncy roads on an RF.
When I went to the Wembley Amersham Industry Running Day, I went to one of the Amersham District Running Days,
Yeah.
and that was a hell of a lot of fun. And I got an RM, no, not an RM, an RM.
You go in the model shop.
Yeah, I got an RLH and a Diarab Mark II, so Mark 1. But I got an RF back to Slough, and that was incredibly bumpy going over the motorway.
Yeah. That's the thing with the RFs.
Yeah.
I
Underfloor
think it's because of
engine.
the short length on them.
And the underfloor
Makes-
engines are
yeah,
quite high.
makes-
Oh.
Oh yeah, I think this bus has an internal speaker system.
They come from somewhere.
Definitely did.
Yeah, we normally have a look around that model shop.
It's a good
In Gravesend.
It's obviously really good though.
Some of it is, yeah. Some of it's a little bit expensive, but then it depends what you're looking for.
Fair enough.
You know, I mean, we looked through some of the bus stuff and it was really cheap.
Yeah.
But we also look at the train stuff as well. And yeah, you've got to
Next
work out.
stop, Bluewater bus station. Bluewater bus station.
Right. If you work out if you're looking at train set stuff, Backman is expensive. And then you've got, what was it, Lima?
Lima collection.
Yeah, that's the top market Lima stuff.
And then you've got normal Lima.
And then you've got Hornby that comes somewhere between the two.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hornby's getting a bit more expensive these
Oh
days.
yeah, they're getting very expensive. So I've got a few bits of Hornby indoors, but I haven't managed to get any more since because the price is getting too expensive.
Well, that's what looked in that shop. You've got a lot of the old Airfix building stuff in there as well.
Okay.
It's donkey's years old. So that's probably rare in itself. But something like that I wouldn't take out the box.
Exactly. Like I've got an old Airfix kit. I refuse to open now because it's been in the box since the 60s.
Yeah, a mate of mine approached me 20 years ago. He was buying, he bought online one of the Airfix kits of, I can't remember what motor it was.
Bentley?
No. It was from one of the TV series motors, the Monkey Mobile or something like that. And he asked me if I'd build it for him. It still wraps its original cellophane, and I said no, because that's worth more left in the box. Once you open it, that's it. If it's wrapped its original cellophane, that's worth more left than that.
It's a 700 type bus. It just comes straight through it. Sorry, not insurance.
I'm not going to I'm different than his position.
I will open some, like, if it's over a certain age, I want
Well, growing up as a kid, I started off on the usual Terrier and shit, that sort of stuff, because that's all that was around. And then as I got older, I found the American kids, cars, and I used to build them. And I had a nice collection of them as a kid. They were all in the display cabinet into one, crashed into it one day, destroyed most of them. And the problem is you can't get them American. If you go online, you can't even get them. You get the Rebel kit, you can't get the proper American kits.
Yeah.
The cars from the 50s and 60s, you can't get them. Yeah, because some of them were pretty good. I mean, some of the kits from the 60s, you have one box with 3 variations of the same car. It's different, or you have the pipes up with the bonnet and outside and stuff like that. It's all in one kit. It's whatever way you want to build it.
I like it when kids do that.
But they were in the American kits. You just can't get them. You know, I've spent ages searching online and stuff like that. You just can't get them.
You'll get them with your hands up when you get in the car.
So, but over the years I've changed over to die-cast in from that big to that big. I've got quite a few of the American ones, 60s, which you can't buy, or you can buy, but you buy for American now, they're like 3 times what I paid for, I got for I've got 2 money boxes, one's a Corvette, 1956, the other one's a 57 Thunderbird, die-cast they've had over. Pedals work, the back wheels, steering works, it's got a little money box on the back for the key, the boot of the car. It doesn't take long, £30 I paid for 2 of them, so £15 each. Now, they're £160. Go online, they're £160 each now. But I haven't bought them to make money, I bought them because I wanted to. And that's what I do if I go online and buy something.
Just to confirm, the x55, Lakeside, Avery and Upminster, we do not take protection passes, we do not take cards, but we do take minibus tickets. We do take x80 return tickets.
Yeah, I mean,
Just to confirm before we start moving, this is the x55. We're going to Lakeside, Avery, Corporate Estate and Upminster. We do not take card, we do not take concession passes, we do not take TFL tickets, we do take the x80 return tickets, and we do take vintage bus day tickets. Oh, very tight.
So most of my die-cast is what I take fancy. But I I'll buy it. It's buy a price.
Like, I see them on the bus.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I've got a couple of mine. I've got the big white Bedford Ducal bus made by but you can't get the stickers for the side of it. Now most of them get the water slides fine. You can't. I spent 3 days looking for the stickers for the side of this bus. So I decided I'm going to strip it of all its paint and I'm going to paint it up in the same colours as what the coach was, the original Italian job was. And that's what I've done. So that sits on my window like that. I've got the Bedford S-Type 59, Carrymore car transport 1963, that was up that thing there. I've got one in Australia, played all the way up to its original colour, big fun, and I've got another one which I took apart and spread and repainted the fan used to have business transport horses, so this is painted in that. I've got a couple of the buses.
Yeah, I know, you've done it well. Yeah,
I went in just up from that model shop at Gravesend. There's next door to the vintage clothing shop, there's a curiosity and antique shop. I've got a couple of dinky buses in there.
All Bluewater tickets there, please.
I've got them.
Bluewater tickets, please.
When they're stripped, because I'm looking for the right colours.
Yeah.
And it's all hand painted, it's not airbrushed or...
Yeah, that's great, thank you.
But yeah, I just can't find the colours. They've been painted about 3 times. Right?
Thank you very much.
I just can't find the colour scheme that works.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for, original 50s colour scheme.
I just feel I'm a bit silky.
And the problem is, a lot of 50s pictures are in black and white.
That's you take
Yes, so,
Exactly.
Anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
So it's a bit awkward trying to work out what some of the colour schemes are. But yeah, they get painted up in a proper 50s colour scheme when I get around to doing it. I did get a V086 coach. It's a 1950s toy. Original box. Playboard. That cost me 11 quid through postage. The box is worth more than 11 quid. And I've got all the right colour schemes for it, the proper paints, and I've also got the water slides. So I could strip it, take it into work, strip it, so we've got media blasters. I could strip it and paint it original colours, the water slides back in. But at the moment I have to touch it, it just sits in my project box. The original box it was in was worth more than what I paid.
That's like the thing on about eBay, is you can find stuff where people don't spend how much it's worth to put it up. I got an action figure too. One of them alone is 50
Yeah.
I can put it in the market. So I know
Well, I bought a Cadillac Eldorado. It's like a metallic burgundy with a white roof. Original colour scheme for it. It hasn't got its box, but I paid 99p. Free postage. I was the only one who put in an offer, so I put in an offer for £1. Nobody else put in an offer, so it was up at the starting price of 99p. So no choice but to send it to you for another 9p.
that was brilliant.
And it's immaculate, it's got a mark on it anyway. I mean, the thing is, you can buy the boxes, you can buy repro boxes, but I haven't looked for the box. It's good enough as it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, when I go on eBay looking at toilet stuff, ever takes my fancy, anything's unusual.
Where my mate is in Canada,
Next stop,
the only one I
Greenhive
do-
Station for South Eastern and technically
The only-
train services.
The only one I do want is one of the old British round horse boxes.
Okay.
But I can't remember the price of them.
Nobody is in Ireland.
They're like 80 odd quid.
In Ireland at the moment.
I pay £80 for a Playboy one,
Yeah, that's
and I don't want to pay that for it.
exactly, yeah.
I'm only going to turn it into a Code 3 anyway. But yeah, I just not paying £80 to turn one into a Code 3 toy.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on a couple in the past that started off at 20 quid.
See what it is.
It's gone up to what my maximum is. But
You can get yourself
they go well over that.
Yeah.
At the moment, I've got no chance to get one.
You charge them up.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
The only problem with this run today, there's a lot of buses on the north years.
Yeah, I've heard that this is the last one that they're definitely
Well,
doing.
everybody thought it would end last year because Enzyme sold out to Reba first, which nobody thought was going to happen because Enzyme being a private run business and a good operator for quite a few years. And having a nice heritage fleet. And when they sold out to first, everybody thought, well, this isn't going to happen, the running day. And it has, but it's got about half the buses it's normally have.
Yeah, it seems quite scaled back.
Yeah, there's none of the, you've only got 2 guests this year.
There's a few, but not as many. There's no
Right.
going around Lakeside like there
No,
normally is.
there's none of the,
Do you
like
reckon they're going to give it up then, the running day?
it looks that way.
I hope not, 'cause it's a nice thing.
Yeah,
isn't
but
it?
Enzyme used to run it themselves and a lot of the buses were their own heritage fleet.
Yeah.
Um,
The open top one's gone and big
I
yellow
mean,
one.
well, the other year you had was it VEA coach?
Yeah.
privately owned, and that was on the running day, and that was a lovely motor.
It's a shame, isn't it?
privately owned.
I saw that one at Brooklands a few weeks ago, the BEA Route Master coach.
No, this is not Route
RF.
Master, RF.
Oh, it was an RF.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's in private hands. So you can
two of
imagine
them.
that the owners don't really want to keep running them around because they're not getting paid that much money for it. But they do it to show it.
They still make a lot of money from this though, don't they?
Well,
Well, ish. Probably about 300-400 quid.
yeah, but sometimes it doesn't, with the cost of the way fuel is going,
Yeah.
some of the drivers are saying it costs £300 to fill your bus up for the day. You're not getting
There's not as many
£300
people on the bus as there normally would be
No.
each year, so
It's more colder this year than it was last year.
Yeah. Well, we've done these for the last, what, 3 or 4 years?
yeah.
It's
Yeah, we've
always
done it
been-
for the last 3 or 4 years.
It's always been a good day out.
Yeah.
The bus has always been packed. So,
It's a shame they do give it up.
well, it's all down to cost, isn't it? I mean, when you work out Enzyme don't run their own buses now first, and you can see that because
They're all dirty.
they're all dirty.
Yeah.
I've never once, even this time of year on the running day, seen a dirty Enzyme bus. First is all this.
Yeah.
They don't care about you or I. They
No.
don't care about the old buses, right? All they're first about is money.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
I mean, I'm from Essex, and all the buses around there were shit.
Well, what part?
I was born in Colchester.
That's where we come from. That's what, sorry,
Where
it's
we-
not where we come from, it's
Not where we
live.
where we live.
Well,
We're from North
buses
London.
round that end were.
Well, most of the
They're
buses
still
end up,
shagged down.
most of the buses
They seem to
end
shut
up.
all the bus stations down and just park the buses anywhere.
Well, the thing is with Colchester, most of the buses they get are all shagged to come from where Chelmsford, places like that.
Aberdeen.
They recently shut that restaurant down, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah. But,
Is that because Enzyme don't run it anymore?
Dunno. But yeah, with the buses in Colchester, they all come from Aberdeen, places like
Aberdeen,
yeah.
Portsmouth, Southampton Reds, their buses. We've got a couple of their buses.
And then you've got, was it Chambers, who've taken over some of the routes.
Ellingham and Chambers.
National
Yeah.
Express have taken over some things.
But they don't give a monkeys.
No.
They cancel.
Arefa's already looking at selling
Where-
out.
Where you've got, well, my daughter lives
Is
in
it
Great
Ellingham?
Horsley. The
And when
buses
did you get
are,
their buses?
what the buses up to Kelly's? Every
Chambers,
30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that.
The Arefa bus is every half an hour.
Every half an hour.
But Chambers bus from our house is
But
every
the buses where I
every 2
am, you
hours.
get 101 every 12 minutes, which is from Gillingham to Maidstone, and then you get the 182 every 8 minutes. It's not too
The
bad.
ones up in Colchester, one of the
They're every hour, right?
one of the operators.
Chambers is every 2 hours and
They
stops
can.
at 20 to 7, that's
They
it.
stop at 27 at night, and they would cut a bus every new complete.
Loads, yeah.
People like can't get home, can they?
Yeah.
I wonder why people don't go to work and they can't
I
work.
wonder why people don't use buses.
Yeah.
I mean, where I grew up,
Every 2 minutes.
being in North London, every 5 minutes is a bus. And the longest you'd ever wait for a bus would be 15 minutes. You wouldn't wait any longer than that.
You wait for them now, they're so fucking miserable you don't want to get on.
Well, even where I am, the Isle of Dogs, the bus times are slowly increasing.
All
Like
that
now,
too.
15
Really?
minutes between D7s, and it's just easily 5, 6.
I was just talking to a gentleman, I don't know how long that the Inzone, the running day's going to go on. We've now first taken
Yeah, I
over.
mean, still in London, every bus.
There's not enough money in it. Not enough money in it to keep the money. Now Inzone has taken, first taken over.
They still make their money.
And they don't. They're saying they
They
don't.
still make their money by hiring these out all
Yeah, but they're
year.
saying they don't.
They don't make any money.
Not enough to run this.
Are we taking the Dartford Tunnel?
Yeah,
You go back through the tunnel. No, go back over the bridge.
£10 when it goes on.
The gentleman said this used to be like full. Look at it now.
No, this one's empty. It's late though, isn't it?
No,
It's like
you-
earlier on.
They've always been full. They've always been full. They used to run well late.
You get the last one would be after 6.
After 6.
Well after 6. Right, they're always
Today's all because it's a bloody cold.
That's never paid. I don't think that's ever been a point.
You got it comes down to clean air zone as well. ULS, that doesn't help.
Right? And a lot of the private owners, you know, what it costs to fill up a bus, they won't do it. Because it just works out it costs them.
Yeah.
Good vehicle escort ahead.
They wonder why people don't go out.
Yeah.
They wonder why people don't go out and they cut everything so you stay indoors. Do it online.
Eh?
Do it online like they do everything
There's
else.
no tankers waiting to
Why
go
don't people
through,
running
so
down online?
They just said danger escort. We've got a red light in this
Do
tunnel.
it virtually.
yeah, unless they just run the last of the tankers through the tunnel.
That'd be good.
Because that's what they do. They
We've got a
stop,
red light, so.
they stop this side
Yeah.
to run the
It's
tankers
German
through.
job.
But it's normally got
German.
6
Yeah,
or
no,
more,
that's what I'll be asked for the German, yeah.
or any
You
other.
can tell by the name of it.
Dangerous
Actually
goods.
looks more Belgian or Dutch than German.
Cargo. No, it's an Origo. Oh, fucking hell.
They go going now. Green light. Yeah, let's get everyone going though.
That's why whenever I come back from this side, I always go over on them 2 lanes.
Yeah.
I don't stop them ones.
You didn't have a chance because this one feeds us into this, doesn't it?
That'd be the
What's over there?
Things like that, they get escorted through, didn't they?
Yeah, any dangerous load. You got anything that's classed as a dangerous load.
I've got to send my
Aerosols,
Christmas
paint,
cards off, I've got to sort them all
any
out.
solvent,
We should be escorted through then.
escorted through.
No, because
Fuel
we get down to
tankers,
the post
they get
office.
escorted. They get run through.
This one's volatile. I need to
Yeah, you've done that a couple of
What
times.
was it?
Oh yeah.
No.
Can you give me a
I
call?
twisted my neck.
They open the window. Fucking hell. Cold.
Always gets a response, that does.
Reversing traffic.
Hey?
No, I was talking to behind me.
Yeah, this is clear.
Nothing in there, that's it.
That was clear this morning.
I come through, well, it's like 5 miles down the road in the queue.
Oh, so you took look
I
on
was
here.
talking to
Nothing waiting for me.
Yeah, we live in Gillingham, so come
Well,
through
I
here.
always come through at least once a week because, well, sometimes twice. Gatwick, I do
Come here,
it
Bobby,
to
I look on here.
Landscape, I do it to, so I have to come back this way.
Yeah.
We're based at Stansted, and I've been 5 miles away from it, sitting in the queue for this.
Remember when it used to be like panic when they had the tolls?
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't, like, what's that car doing? Just swap lanes, you shouldn't do that in
Not
a
meant to,
tunnel.
that's why you've got a double right on it, you're not
Yeah,
meant to.
that car in front did that. He'll get a ticket. I sold it
Can't get that word right. Let's see what that was that.
yeah.
What was it?
I didn't understand the thing he was saying. No, it's a weir. I can't get them, I not see them. I couldn't see them anyway, it's getting dark. Weir. Weir. Years ago, they didn't really have good suspension.
This was built about 1958. Okay, this is up a bit later.
You were nearly experiencing teenagerhood. I said you were nearly experiencing teenagerhood then.
These replaced the trolley buses, so now they're going to bring it back.
Why? Sabrina's still outside. She'll be getting a cold, won't she?
Just your better out in the weather this close.
She don't want to stay in. As soon as
No, can't worry about it.
as soon as I open the door, she's out.
Yeah, I know, I went in the other day.
Even do that, or I'd turn my head in the door.
Probably let your feet, practically takes your feet out from under you.
Yeah, but I tried to stop her, turn my head in the door.
You had a nice warm fur coat on there, you know.
Paddy Alley, she'll lay down beside me and her paws are like this, across my chest.
Nicola gets on the bed, jumps about on top of me for about 10 minutes, and then lays down on the bed beside me.
It's pretty late that one, isn't it?
Yeah. Jumping about, it's like really old place.
Nice view from the cab.
Eh?
Nice view from the cab.
Second time they've done that.
I'll drop you off and go home, and I'll phone you when I get in. You know,
Just text me when they come.
Eh?
Text me when they come.
Or it will be like tuk 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 tuk.
Turn do you want me to wait you to
What? What?
I don't need to, do you?
No?
I don't need to, it's Sunday.
What?
You bring me up early, I'll tell you to off.
I'm going to wait.
Cats will probably wake me between 7. Normally
Me
between
a call
7 and 8.
while wait, as I know you'll wait.
Send me a message and I normally send you one back.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, next stop to the Lakeside bus station. We leave Lakeside bus station at 25 past. 25 past we leave at the Lakeside bus station. You can change at Lakeside for the x55 towards Tilbury Ferry or towards Sheffield. However, there's no more, I believe there's no more x54s now. All the x54s are gone. So if you want to change for the x81, you may do so.